Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, it's going to be an exciting one. I'm going to do my first ever hits and misses. So today we're going to talk about everything that I have tried out this month, or last month actually, the month of September, and everything that I really enjoyed and a couple things that I did not enjoy as much. So if you would like to know what I enjoyed the month of September and what did not work for me so well, please keep watching. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so first we're gonna go over my hits for the month. And the first thing I'm going to pull out of my box here, just because it is the first thing that I'm seeing, is the MorphexJaclynHill Palette. What a shock. Everybody has been really enjoying this palette that I have seen so far. It is gorgeous. The shades are amazing. Jaclyn and Morphe just really did an amazing job on this palette. I know Jaclyn reformulated all of the shades actually in this palette, so everything in this palette is a lot more creamier, more blendable. It's just phenomenal. It's a great palette for, you know, someone who's just kind of starting out in the makeup world. There's a ton of different shades you can do. You can do an everyday look, or you can do something a little bit more dramatic. There's so much room to play in this palette. This is actually what I have on my eyes today. This is what I use every single day. I will go ahead and open it up here and I'll show you what the palette looks like on the inside if you guys have not seen this yet. And the shades I actually have on right now is this shade right here. This is on my lid. I have this as my transition shade here, and in my crease I have this here, a card with all of the names of the colors on here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read off to you what I have on my eyes. On my lid I have the color Beam, which is this color right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this for you. You guys can see it. It's so pretty. It just gives you like a nice glow on your eyelids, but it's not shimmery. I really don't experience any like fallout or anything with the shade. It is just so gorgeous. It's great for an everyday. It gives your inner corner a little bit of pop to brighten up your eyelids. And then that next shade here that I showed you, which is this shade right here, this is the shade Silk Cream. And this is just a great transition color. Go ahead and swatch this one for you. So that one is just like a warm brown shade. It's great for your crease. It's great for a transition shade. It's really awesome. It's so creamy, so pigmented. I love the shade. I use this. Like, this is like the first color I use no matter what kind of eye look I'm doing, because it's just like the perfect transition shade. And the last shade that I use in my crease is called Peachy, and it is the exact color that it says it is. It's just the perfect peachy brown color. You know, these are like, this is just a fall eye look right here, and girlfriend here loves fall, so these are the three colors that I use every single day on my eyelids: transition color and the Peachy in the crease, and that is all. And a little bit of, you know, a little pop on my eyelid. That is all I do every single day. I'm loving this combination. I use the shade Peachy underneath to smoke out my lower lash line too, and put a little bit of mascara on, and that is my everyday eye right here. This is the look I've been loving. But again, with this palette, you can do so many different looks. As you can see, you have blues down here, you have greens down here, you have a black out here. There is just so much you could do with this palette. It is truly incredible, and I highly recommend it to everybody. If you're just starting out in makeup, if you're a makeup artist, if you're a YouTuber, whoever, this palette is incredible. The price point is amazing. I believe it is $38 off of MorphexBrushes.com. So this next item I am pulling out is another one of my favorites, the month of September, that I have received. And this is the Ofra Cosmetics Glazed Donut Highlighter. And this is collaborated with Nikki Tutorials, who is also a YouTuber. She's incredible. She collaborated with Ofra to create this amazing highlighter. This is what I have on my cheeks right now. And as you can tell, it is pigmented, and I love a nice pigmented highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you and just show you exactly how pigmented this highlighter is, because it is insanity. Whew. And that is just a single swatch right there. It is so pigmented. I believe she came out with 3 different highlighters. This one, I believe, so I have Glazed Donut. This is the one that I have because I am very fair, and I think the other ones would have just been too dark for me and would have left that shadow cast along my cheekbone if I would have gotten them. But this one I am incredibly obsessed with. It is gorgeous, so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, so if you want something nice and pigmented but you don't want a full-on glow, start with a very, very, very tiny amount. And if you like a nice glow like I do here, you can go to town, girl, because this stuff will build and build and build, and you will literally look like a glazed donut if you would like to. So yes, this is another hits for the month of September for me. You guys already know that I did a wear test on this foundation, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. It is phenomenal. I also have with this for my hits the primer that goes with it. Amazing. I'm an oily girl, and I don't love a really illuminating foundation or a dewy foundation too much. I really like a matte foundation. So this has been my go-to all of September. I've been using this and I'm obsessed with it. The primer is amazing. It has a nice tacky feel to it. So I feel like without the primer, I don't know if I would like it as much. I think the primer is kind of what makes the foundation the best, if that makes sense. So these two together are amazing. I like a nice matte finish. It does last 14 hours. I would get ready and I just love it. I don't really have to touch up throughout the day. Maybe a touch on my chin and in my T-zone here, but that's really it. You know, I just blot the excess oil that I have, but other than that, I feel like this foundation and this primer are amazing. I'm definitely going to keep using these and probably going to repurchase them very soon because I've already used like half the tube for both of these. So these are another hit for the month of September. At the same time, it is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wearing Illuminating Foundation and the LA Girl Pro Powder High Definition Setting Power in the shade Banana Yellow. Now, I know I just said that I'm not crazy about illuminating foundations, but this one I really like. I'm a full coverage girl. I love a full coverage. This gives me a full coverage with such a tiny amount, and it's so crazy because when I pump it out onto the back of my hand, it is so watery and running. You wouldn't think it's a full coverage foundation, but once I put it on my face, I like to apply it with my Real Techniques sponge. It is full coverage and it is beautiful on my skin. Now granted, it does last a long time throughout the day, but I do have to touch up a little bit more with this just because I am an oily person. So putting an illuminating foundation over top of my already oily skin, I feel like I have to touch up a little bit throughout the day, but I don't mind because I love this foundation and it's so inexpensive. I picked this up at Ulta. I believe you cannot purchase it at the drugstore or at Walmart or Target or anything like that. They do have it at Ulta. I found it in Ulta the other day. I believe this foundation is $8.99. So giving me a full coverage and only having to do a couple touch-ups throughout the day, it lasts really long for only $9 is incredible to me. So this is definitely a win. If you're looking for more of an inexpensive foundation, I highly recommend this foundation. It is amazing. I also love the banana powder, banana setting powder that goes with it. They have a translucent one as well, but I really like the banana yellow one because I personally don't love a translucent powder under my eyes because I feel like it just kind of gives me a white cast and I'm not a fan of it. I'd rather use a yellow setting powder. So I really love the banana yellow setting powder as well by LA Girl that goes with this. I don't remember the price point on the setting powder, but I will link everything down in the description bar below so you guys can see how much it costs and stuff like that. So these are another hit for the month of September. Okay, another hit I have for the month of September is by Tarte, and it is the Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. This is a gorgeous shade. It looks pretty cool when you're looking at it on the screen here, but I feel like it's a very neutral bronzer. When I put it on, it looks very neutral. I don't think it looks too warm, and I don't think it looks too cool as well. I actually have it on right now, and I love this. I've been using this every day throughout the entire month of September, and I love it. I don't love when my too cool, and I don't love when they're too warm because they make me look very orange, and I'm very pale to begin with, so I just don't think it looks very good on my skin. So this is an amazing bronzer, and I highly recommend checking this one out if you're looking for a new bronzer. The price point is a little bit more, but it's really great for a bronzer. I believe it's, I want to say maybe $32 to $36. I can't really remember. Again, I can link it all down below for you, but for the month of September. And for the last bits of my hits here are, I have a bunch of different liquid lipsticks by ColourPop Cosmetics, and I bought a bunch of liquid lips, and I've really been loving these 4 shades to be exact here. This one, this full-size one, I actually got in my Boxy Charm box last month. This is in the color Strut, and it is what I have on my lips right now. So it's more of a brown mauve toned lipstick, but it's funny when you swatch it, it does look a little bit more of like a nude mauve rather than a brown mauve, but on my lips it looks more brown than I would say pink or nude. Another one I have here, that one is a satin lip, by the way. The Strut is a satin lip. Another satin lip by ColourPop I have here is Eco Park. I use this a lot too, and I can swatch this for you guys. On my lips, actually when I swatch it on my hand, it looks more pink, but on my lips it looks like it has more of a peach undertone, so a spring color rather than a fall color. But I do wear this a lot actually. Again, this one is a satin lip. And another one that I have here, this one is really pretty. I wore this one in my last video, the Boxy Charm unboxing. This is a satin lip again, and this is in the shade Dopey. I'll go ahead and swatch this for you. This one is definitely a purple mauve. It looks very purpley on my lips, and I love it. I think it's so pretty. That's going to be this one right here. Let me get close so you can see it. So this is Eco Park, and this is Dopey. That I have here, this is in the shade Bianca. This one is probably my favorite one. This one is a definite nude mauve color. It's so pretty. This one is a matte lip, so it definitely is a little bit more dry on my lips, which I don't love. I really like a satin lip. That's like my absolute favorite. So this one here, this is the shade Bianca. This is more of that nude mauve with the mauve undertones. This one here is Dopey with those pinky mauve undertones, and this one here is the one with the peachy undertone, and this is Eco Park. And then Strut is the one that I have on my lips. Okay guys, so that was all of my hits for the month of September. Now we are going to move on to the misses. I don't have as many, but there were a couple things I was not a huge fan of this month that I would like to share with you. I'm not sure if this is an old product or a newer product, sure, but this is the Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation by Maybelline. This is going to be a miss for me this month. I was really hoping I would like this because it's a drugstore foundation, so it's not very expensive, but I'm going to have to pass on this. Not really sure, but I felt like I looked so cakey. It broke up so bad on my chin, on my forehead, in my T-zone, around my nose, around my lips, my smile lines. It just did not look good on my skin, and that was probably only about 3 hours into wearing the foundation. I just could not stand looking at myself in the mirror when I was wearing this foundation. I gave it a couple tries, just not a fan of it. If you like a nice full coverage, this is definitely going to give you a full coverage. A little bit goes a long way. If you're oily, I do not recommend it. If you are dry, I would recommend trying it, giving it a try. You might really like it. I just felt like me being oily and this being a hydrating but matte foundation, it just made me look like a slip and slide on my face. It was just not great. Miss I have, this was definitely a big miss, and I'm very disappointed that it was a miss because I really wanted to like this, was the Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder by Tarte. The reason I did not like this is because I set my under eyes with this, and I am not kidding you, horrible, horrible, horrible flashback. I looked like a ghost under my eyes. I just had the worst white cast under my eyes. I can't take pictures in it. And not baking under your eyes or carving out your contour, because you're going to have a big white cast with this. So this is going to be a miss for me this month, although I will finish using it because it was so expensive. So here is again by Smashbox. I got this in my Ipsy bag this month, so it's just a little sample, but it is the Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance primer, and I think I just don't like this because I am not a dewy girl. This gives you a beautiful glow to your skin. So pretty in the summertime wearing just this on your face if you're going to the beach, you know, if you're going out to the lake or on a boat or whatever, and you just want to give your skin a beautiful glow. This is going to give you a really, really nice dewy look to your face, and it is, like I said, it has a bronze undertone, so I think you know, if you have a little bit of a tan, it'll look gorgeous on your skin. Not work because I am an oily girl, and I feel like it just accentuated my oils even more and made me just look way too oily. So this is going to be a miss for me, but if you're really dry, I'd recommend giving it a shot. So that is all I have for our hits and misses today, but I wanted to include a couple things I think are essential for fall. So I'm gonna have 3 items here that I love for the fall time. I have to have these items for the fall time. I purchased a couple weeks ago, and I'm obsessed with it. I love mugs. I collect mugs. They're one of my favorite things to collect. So this is the mug that I have recently purchased. It is so cute. It says, "You had me at pumpkin spice." This is definitely essential for fall because I am a big coffee girl. I love coffee, I love tea, I love hot chocolate, and we all know hot coffee, hot tea, hot chocolate are all things that we love to have when it starts to get cooler outside. So I think a cute little fall mug is definitely essential. Another fall essential I have here is the Marshmallow Fireside by Bath&Body Works. This is my favorite smell for the fall time. I always have one of these burning, whether it's when I'm down here filming or when I'm upstairs in my room. I love the scent. It's my favorite scent. It smells so good. It just smells amazing. This is definitely, I have to have this every fall. I normally go through at least 1 or 2 of these before the season ends, so definitely check this out if you have a Bath & Body Works near you because it is incredible. Whoopsie. And for my last essential here, I have another candle. This is the scent Flannel. This is also amazing. Oh my god, it smells like boy. It literally smells like a man. What it smells like. This is just such a great candle. I love this scent. Reminds me of fall, it reminds me of flannels, it reminds me of the crisp air. I love this candle. Again, if you have a Bath & Body near you, check out this candle, and you'll all think I'm crazy for saying this smells like a man, but as soon as you smell it, you will say, yes, Angelica was right. That smells like a man. I'm serious. Another thing that's essential for fall is to have a black kitty cat too. Is that good? So that is all I have for today's hits and misses. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to see more hits and misses in the future, please give this video a thumbs up so I know that you liked it. If you would like any other suggestions on what you would like to see next in my next video, please leave a comment down below. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!